Hi, welcome. My name is Whitney Isbell, and I am a medical librarian here at UNC Chapel Hill. And today I'd like to walk you through one of my favorite databases, and that's Medline Plus. And so my understanding is that you had some questions about dementia, and you wanted to do some research, get some information, and also some research for a class that you're teaching so you can kind of design some curriculum for that. And so let me go ahead and walk you through the process. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've typed into the search bar medlineplus.gov. Now I can go through that I can go to this site through our library website, and that's fine too, or you can just go straight to medlineplus.gov. Now, one of the reasons why I love this site is because you can see here that Medline Plus is actually funded and hosted by the NIH, the National Institute of Health, which is a government agency, and it's also in conjunction with the U.S. National Library of Medicine, both extremely credible resources. So when we come here, what I like to do, just to kind of give you an overview of the home page, you can always go to the search bar here and type in what you're looking for, and that's fine too. Or you can come to health topics. And so I'm going to go to health topics, and you can see some quick links here. So if you had, let's say you wanted a question about brains and nerves, you could come here and click on that. And then scroll down, and it's going to give you all kinds of information here about different diseases relating to the brain and nerves. Or we can do this faster by just clicking on the D, because we know that we're looking for information on dementia. And you can see dementia's right here. And this will take you to the page that I just absolutely recommend. And the reason for that is because it's easy to understand and it's been vetted. So you can start here with all the quick links, which would give you a summary of what dementia is. Starting here, which is where you would begin the research process, the most current news and information about dementia, what the symptoms are, the diagnosis, you can see from here. And also research. What research is going on? What clinical trials are happening? What's the statistics showing? What is research actually showing? So let me kind of walk you through that. So if you want to get information about dementia, you can just type in your email address, and Medline Plus is going to send you information as it occurs and as it's updated on their site. The summary right here tells you all about dementia. What is it? And it's an easy to understand language, which is what I like as well. And where do we start? Well, we can start with dealing with dementia. And also, if you'll notice here, it's in Spanish as well. So if you do have students that are perhaps working in, want to work in countries where Spanish is spoken, we have that capability as well. You can see here that we've got the American Academy of Family Physicians, we've got the National Institute of Neurological Disorders, and National Institute on Aging. All of those are credible sources of information. The latest news, you can see here, look at the date on this, 8/7/2017. That was just a few days ago. And midlife behaviors that can affect your dementia risk. I think I may have to read that article myself. And symptoms. So what are the symptoms of it? And how do we diagnose and test for dementia? That's really cutting edge right there, because it's very difficult to tell what's dementia due to just natural aging, or is that due to exposure to chemicals throughout the person's lifetime? We don't know yet, so that's what the research is kind of looking for. How do we prevent Alzheimer's, which is a huge point of interest just for myself personally? How do we prevent that? And you can see here with the Alzheimer's Association coming in with information about that. Can we treat dementia? How does that work? And how do we provide information for people that are living with or caretaking people that have dementia, that is going to become a huge source. I predict a huge source of need as the baby boomers begin to age and really dementia begins to become prevalent, and we find their family members trying to cope with this. And again, that's all down here. First thing here, caring for a person with frontal temporal disorder. And then we get some more information down here. But what I want to go to, and you can see all the genetics going on, lots of genetics research occurring with, is dementia a gene that we can turn on and off? Is it something that we can pass down to our kids? Are certain people more predisposed to it? And here is our statistics and research. You can see here we've got the CDC weighing in, American Academy of Neurology. And what I want to show you right here is the clinical trials. The clinical trials is very, very interesting because when you scroll down, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here for you so you can actually see. You're going to be able to actually do some choices. So I want to look at clinical studies that are occurring right now, and I want to see where the status are. So this particular study is hand grasping techniques on eliciting the grasp reflex in patients with dementia. So let's just take a look at that particular one. It's in the recruiting stage right now. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to tell me all kinds of information. It's going to give me the clinical trials identifier. It's going to tell me when it was received, what the purpose is. It's going to give me what the outcomes, the secondary outcomes, the estimated enrollment. We're looking to complete this thing by June 2017, so it looks like it may have already been completed. And if I keep scrolling down, I'm going to find out even more information, such as, and this is what I love, it's going to tell me who do I contact about this particular study and where is this study being done. And so if I have a question about this study, I can see the principal investigator for this is Dr. Donald Barone at the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. And look here, I even have his email if I have questions. Then what I can do is when I know that it's going to be published, I can actually go and I can find this this particular study and all of its research that's come out from that. So the clinical trials is just absolutely fantastic. And like I said, you can come here and you can even look, let's say I want to see dementia in men that are 40 years or older, or let's go for adults. I want to see this particular study. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up and look at all this that I'm getting here. So that's a huge piece of how do I get information about current research that's occurring, and then how can I even incorporate that with my curriculum for my students. And also journal articles right here that have already been vetted for you. They're peer reviewed, so you don't have to worry about are they credible or not. I've got a glossary here if I have questions about what verbiage means. And what if I need an expert? Guess what? That's right here for you too if I need to go and research that even further. What if I have a question from somebody that is older, and that's the age range of the person I'm targeting is going to be a senior? Well, I've got information just for them. I also have some patient handouts here that I can go ahead, also in Spanish and English, that I can hand out if I were a physician to doctors, but it's also good for students to look and see kind of what is going on. Also here, again, look at all these languages I have choices from, which helps me if I have students that are targeting populations in other countries, or even here in demographic populations in our own country that are speaking languages other than English, and how do I, target them as well, those populations. And so So anyway, and here's a medical encyclopedia that's going to give you all kinds of information about these keywords. So I can come here and I'll find keywords that will help me as well if I need to do extensive Google searches. The other thing I want to share with you that I really also appreciate is the RSS feeds. I can email this to one of my students if I want to. I can print it. I can post it on a Facebook if you have a class page. I can tweet it. If you have a Google Plus, I know I've used Google Plus before to create a group where I can share information. You may want to cluster your students together, or you can just do an RSS feed, and that will automatically send you information to your email address. So I hope that helps you. One last piece I do want to show you is, let's say that you wanted to talk about prevention and risk factors. You can just click right there and it's going to take you right to that section. So you don't have to scroll down. These are quick links that will take you there. And of course, if you have any questions for us as you're searching, you can always just go ahead and give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help you at any time at the library. And the last piece of advice that I have for you is just to jump in and enjoy. If you have any questions, of course, once again, feel free to contact us at the medical library. We're always happy to help you, and happy searching.